Make a plan, Wildcats. Set a meeting place outside the venue with your loved ones for after the ceremony. The use of flash photography is prohibited. Safety tip: know your exits. Take a moment to find the exit route nearest you. It may not be where you entered. As a courtesy to all participants, please silence your cell phone and other electronic devices now. Hey Wildcats, do you know where you're meeting your loved ones after the ceremony? Make a plan to meet them outside the venue.
Hello, all. My name is Rebecca Gomez. I am the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Student Success for the College of Science. My job in the Dean's office is to support students. Hola, mi nombre es Rebecca Gomez. Soy el decano asociado de Ejito Estudiantil de Pregrado en la Facultad de Ciencias. Mi trabajo en la oficina del decano es apoyar a los estudiantes. Welcome to the College of Science Winter 2025 Convocation. Out of courtesy, please silence your cell phones. As we celebrate this special day, we respectfully acknowledge the University of Arizona is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally recognized tribes, with Tucson being home to the O'odham and the Yaqui. The university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign Native nations and indigenous communities through education offerings, partnerships, and community service. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Hoy celebramos la ceremonia de la convocatoria del Colegio de Ciencias. Gracias por unirse a nuestra celebración. The University of Arizona is excited to honor and celebrate our graduates today. For many of you, this may be your first time celebrating a graduation event with friends and family. Congratulations. You are now a Wildcat, part of the Wildcat family for life. Viva los gatos! I am now honored to introduce Dr. Carmela Garzion, Dean of the College of Science.
Hello, everyone. Please call me Carmi. So 2025 graduates, welcome and congratulations on the completion of your degrees. The world has changed so much since you entered college. Many of you started college in the middle of a global pandemic that scientific research helped to mitigate. The rapid expansion of artificial intelligence and machine learning into everyday activities occurred while you were in college and continues to transform the way that we live, work, and make new discoveries. Breakthroughs in science abound as we continue to build more robust tools to address some of the most exciting and important questions facing humankind. To family and friends in the audience, these graduates have pursued very challenging degrees in the sciences, and they've learned about, researched, and contributed to solving important problems. And as you can see in everyday news, science is playing a critical role in addressing challenges and opportunities that face our society. Science contributes to breakthrough innovations that improve human health and the quality of people's lives, that protect the health of our planet. Science also feeds our most fundamental curiosities, such as, are there other planets out there? And can they support life? And these are questions we're asking here at the University of Arizona. The pursuit of scientific understanding is making our world a better place to live. It's feeding our curiosity. We are so grateful that our graduates chose to pursue their education here with us at the University of Arizona, to explore, to discover, and to innovate alongside our faculty and staff. At this point, it's my distinct pleasure to be able to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Joellen Russell, who is one of our own outstanding faculty. Joellen? Joellen is an oceanographer, climate scientist, and university distinguished professor at the University of Arizona. She received her AB in environmental geoscience from Harvard and her PhD in oceanography from Scripps Institution of Oceanography at the University of California, San Diego. Her research explores the role of ocean in global climate, focusing on the Southern Ocean and the Southern Hemisphere westerly winds. She uses robot floats, supercomputers, and satellites to gather data in the Southern Ocean. She develops an Earth system models to simulate the climate and carbon cycle of the past, the present, and the future, and develops observationally based metrics to evaluate these simulations, all in the service of understanding the ocean's role in global climate change. Dr. Russell's work on the westerly winds led to her greatest research accomplishments so far, the creation of a new paradigm in climate science, the understanding that warmer climates produce stronger westerly winds. This insight solved a long-standing climate paradox and led to the proposal of a mechanism responsible for transferring 1/3 of the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere into the ocean and back out again during our repeated glacial interglacial cycles. More recently, Joellen and her glaciologist colleagues identified a mechanism called the Zealandia switch, through which a change in the southern hemisphere westerly winds can initiate big, fast, and global transitions in climate that explain the synchronous glacial retreats that we see in New Zealand, North America, the European Alps, and Patagonia during a 200-year period at the end of the last ice age. That's a mouthful, but the point is that glaciations end very, very fast, and Dr. Russell has discovered the mechanism that helps us understand that. Joellen grew up north of the Arctic Circle in a fishing village and began working toward being a climate scientist at the age of 12. She can't believe she gets paid to work on the biggest challenge of our time, which is climate change. And in 2020, Dr. Russell and Dr. Catherine Hayhoe co-founded Science Moms, a nonpartisan group of climate scientists who are also mothers working to demystify climate change. So please help me give Joellen a warm welcome to the stage.
Good afternoon. I am so delighted and honored to have the opportunity to say a few words to you, our honored students and their families. Here at the University of Arizona, we are tackling the challenges of our time and of the ages, the cure for cancer, cheap, clean, zero-emission power, food for everyone, habitats for everyone, education for everyone. These are the preoccupation of generations of scholars over lifetimes of work and love and sacrifice. To see you, our new Wildcats for Life, take up these challenges with energy, enthusiasm, and fireworks gives us hope. Hope that in time we will see these challenges conquered and new frontiers explored. I want to say to you students, welcome. We need you. We are so very glad to see you become the next generation of pioneers and explorers, of scientists. I know that the parents and families of the students assembled here must be delighted and proud to see this new crop of outstanding, dedicated scientists emerge, but we, the faculty, are also deeply moved. Seeing these bright young people's faces assembled here is like seeing our reinforcements marching into view. We are delighted and relieved. There once was a very, very fine Greek scientist named Aristotle who commented on our habits in 350 BC. He said, "Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." And I think Aristotle had it right. Excellence is a habit which is never achieved instantly, but with practice, or as he puts it, training and habituation, practice that requires courage, integrity, and endurance. I say courage because you need the strength and the will as scientists to forge ahead into the unknown. We practice and practice and practice to crawl out onto the edge of what humanity understands about our universe. That's our job. I fell in love with the University of Arizona when I came and interviewed. The students were so bright. You know, we were having nachos at lunch and they were stumping me with all these great questions. They were so bright, so curious, so willing to challenge conventional wisdom. I could see the courage. I have had to work in the Southern Ocean because it is, how do you put this? Why do we rob banks? Because that's where the money is. Why do I go to the Southern Ocean around Antarctica? Because that's where the heat and the carbon is going. On my very first research cruise to the Southern Ocean, the waves were so high. I grew up in an Arctic fishing village. I know what bad winds and bad weather and a blizzard feels like. These waves were so high, they just blotted out the sun, and they would crash over the ship. It was terrifying. 40-knot winds, 40-foot waves, and my job as a young scientist was to take this instrument, this XBT, and run it to the back of the ship and toss it over the back rail. So I'm looking, oh, bad weather. I'm looking, still bad weather, but I gotta do it. So I run out the back, I get halfway down, and the wave just whoosh, picked me up. Now, luckily, my steel-toed boot got caught in the chain that is across the fantail before you hit the water. So I am here, thank you. But it's hard work learning about how our world works. It's tough. Courage is required. That courage runs deep in the students here. They got it from their parents, from their families, and from their community. We know that we benefit from the courage that you taught them and that they bring to their incredible work. Integrity. It takes a lot of integrity. What you do when no one is looking, especially when you're working in the lab. Science would not be a successful human endeavor without integrity. You are, as Aristotle would say, what you repeatedly do. The work you do today will be remembered in your habits and your achievements throughout your life. You do the work today that builds the foundation of excellence for your whole life. In my graduate work, when I was a student, I repeated the measurements of a man named John Edmonds, who pioneered the method to make really highly precise measurements of alkalinity. And I had to live in a beanbag in rough seas for almost a year of my life on different research cruises, repeating his results and finding out that while my measurements were more precise, his were still accurate, which is amazing to me. That integrity, the calling it like it is, even when it breaks, even when it doesn't work, is absolutely critical so that the next scientist doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. It's absolutely essential, and that integrity runs deep in our students, and it comes from their parents, from their families, from their community. We know where they brought that integrity from. And finally, endurance. You all know, we must be prepared as scientists to fail and fail and fail and fail and dust ourselves off, get back up, and try it again. It's essential in order to be able to work at the edge of what is known and understood. That's what scientists do, that's what you do. We are so, so proud and grateful for your work. As students, every semester, you got new classes, new professors, new ideas requiring new problem sets. Endurance was absolutely required, and we are incredibly inspired by your tremendous work ethic and your hustle. One of my best papers, one of the ones that actually Carmi was referring to, it took 56 drafts, was rejected twice. They had the audacity to say to me when we reached the final draft that I had clearly not been explaining it properly because they only just got it. And now that work has been cited by thousands of other scientists worldwide. It's amazing. But endurance is required for scientists. Courage, integrity, and endurance that I have witnessed with all of you, amazing young people. We are so grateful that you have the willingness and strength to endure, and that your parents and your families and your community helped give that to you to bring here to us and then to the world. As you go forth in the world, I challenge you to ask yourselves each day, not have I done enough, but what more can I do? What more could I do? One final thought of Thanksgiving I'd like to share with you on such a gorgeous Tucson day comes from one of my favorite poets, E.E. Cummings, who wrote, "I thank you, God, for most this amazing day, for the leaping greenly spirits of trees and a blue true dream of sky, and for everything which is natural, which is infinite, which is yes. Bear down, Wildcats."
Thank you, Joellen, for those inspiring words for our graduates. So now we're going into the portion of the program where we present the graduates, but they won't be presented quite yet. I need to share a few remarks with you, and then we will hear from our outstanding senior, our keynote speaker, before the graduates begin walking across the stage. But before we present them, I'd like to request that everyone will remain until the end of the ceremony. Students, when we call your department, undergraduates should gather at the front of the group and graduate students at the back. Faculty advisors planning to hood their graduate students should join the graduate in line. Graduate students, this is very important. When you walk across the stage, please stand in front of the platform. We want your faculty member to stand on the platform so they can more easily hood you. And as we announce the student names to the audience, you will see messages students composed for you. You'll see them displayed behind them. You'll also see a logo on some of the slides of students. For students who participated in undergraduate research, they will have a logo. You'll also see students wearing cords. Some graduates are wearing red, white, blue, or braided cords representing awards for academic excellence. Each department also chose an outstanding graduate who best represents their department in academic excellence, independent research, service to the community, and leadership. Those students are wearing a silver cord. Finally, we're pleased to recognize our amazing College of Science ambassadors. These seniors are a distinguished group of undergraduate students who proudly represent the College of Science through their leadership, service, and enthusiasm for science. Throughout the year, they volunteer their time to support college recruitment events, lead campus tours, participate in outreach events, and engage with prospective students, families, and the broader community. In fact, some of you may remember meeting a College of Science ambassador 4 or 5 years ago before you came here. I am now extremely pleased to introduce Mohammed Hossein Rezai, the outstanding senior for the College of Science who will give the student keynote address. Mohammed Hossein is a computer science student dedicated to building artificial intelligence systems that understand, respect, and align with human values. His research journey began in 2023 after attending a College of Science lecture that sparked a fundamental question: how can we ensure AI truly understands people? He has spent the last 3 years studying how large language models interpret language, behave in social contexts, and learn from human feedback. His early work with Dr. Eduardo Blanco focused on one of the most persistent challenges in natural language, understanding negation. Together, they developed methods that significantly improve how language models interpret negated statements, addressing a major source of misinformation and incorrect decision-making in AI systems. In 2024, Mohammed Hossein joined Stanford's AI Lab, where he co-created a benchmark demonstrating that today's AI systems still fall far short of humans in understanding the unwritten social rules that guide everyday behavior. Motivated by the need for scalable human-centered alignment, he later joined Scale AI as a research intern, where he developed a novel method to detect and prevent reward hacking. These are situations in which models exploit shortcuts to appear aligned without truly following human intent. AI systems that adapt not just to broad human values, but to the diverse needs and preferences of individuals This experience shaped his long-term goal of building AI systems that adapt not just to broad human values, but to the diverse needs and preferences of individual users. Beyond research, Mohammed Hossein is deeply committed to education and community building. He has served as a teaching assistant and course coordinator, mentored first-year students, and helped lead student organizations focused on technical and cultural engagement. As an international student, he has also worked to build inclusive communities on campus, guided by the belief that science and technology are at their best when they bring people together. Across research, teaching, and service, Mohammed Hossein is driven by a single vision: developing AI that is trustworthy, responsible, and deeply human-centered. As he begins his next chapter as a machine learning research engineer at Scale AI, he hopes to contribute not only to the scientific advancement of AI technologies, but to how AI technologies will meaningfully uplift the people and communities they are meant to serve. Please help me welcome Mohammed Hossein to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today representing the class of 2025. Today is a remarkable milestone for all of us. We've spent years learning, questioning, sometimes struggling, but always discovering. And somehow, through all those late-night study sessions, group chats that kept us sane, labs that didn't quite work the first time, or the 10s, and professors who pushed us further than we thought we could go, we made it here. So before anything else, congratulations. I have to admit, standing here feels a bit surreal. 3 years ago, I was in this very auditorium, not for graduation, but sitting in the back as a freshman listening to a College of Science lecture given by Dr. Eduardo Blanco on how smart computers really are. I remember how AI chatbots had just begun to reshape the world, and of course, every college student's life. And I wanted to learn how they worked and how I could contribute to their development. I hoped that one day, I might get the chance to work with Eduardo on his research. But out of all the things I dreamed of back then, I would have never imagined that I would be standing on this stage in this very same auditorium, delivering the keynote address to my fellow graduates. So one of the most important lessons I've learned here is that opportunities often come from the most unexpected places. They can arise from a random conversation, from a lecture you almost skipped, or even from a talk you attended just because the pre-lecture gathering had free pizza. What matters is not how they appear, but how willing we are to lean in, take risks, and step outside our comfort zones. I still remember my very first day on campus. I had just landed in Tucson, dragging 2 suitcases and a heart full of hope when the desert welcomed me with a full monsoon storm, right before turning 100 degrees the next day. I had just left my home country, Iran, and moved 7,000 miles away to chase a dream whose shape I didn't fully understand yet. I didn't know what the future would look like. I didn't know whether I would belong here. But I did know one thing. I was here to learn, to grow, and to make something meaningful of this opportunity. So when I walked into Eduardo's office a week after that lecture, I had no idea that I was taking the first step into a journey that would change my life. I remember he began by explaining all the details of his research: transformers, neural networks, language models, attention mechanisms, and more. And I kept nodding like I understood every word. But the truth is, I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about. That's a theme I think all of us here understand. We didn't arrive here already knowing how to be scientists. We learned by being curious, confused, challenged, but most importantly, inspired. Every graduate here today has their own version of that story. A moment when something just clicked, a lab that felt like a second home, or a class that seemed impossible until suddenly it wasn't. My version happened to begin in this room. Yours may have begun in a physics lab, a field station, a math proof session, a geology trip into the desert, or just a lecture that changed the way you saw the world. But collectively, our stories brought us here. Not because we always knew what we were doing, but because we kept showing up anyway. So if there's one thing the College of Science taught us, it's that we would not be here without science. And I'm not just talking about the classes we took, but the centuries of discovery that made our education possible. Science is a gift, passed from generation to generation, and refined by people who asked the right questions when it mattered most. And now, for the first time, we are the next generation. So as we walk out of this auditorium today celebrating our achievements, we are stepping into a legacy that is both a privilege and a profound responsibility. Whether we go on to explore the origins of the universe, study the human mind and behavior, dive into the molecular machinery of life, or advance the technologies that shape our future, we are inheriting a responsibility that stretches far beyond ourselves. Because science is not just about understanding the world, it's about improving it. Our class will step into a world facing climate challenge, medical breakthroughs, technological change, and unprecedented ethical questions. And the solutions to all these challenges lie in the scientific thinking mindset we've built here. We don't just get to benefit from science, we now help carry it forward. And as we step into this new chapter of our lives, I want us all to take a moment to recognize the people who made this journey possible. First, to my family who are watching the live stream from Iran. Your sacrifices, encouragement, thank you. Your sacrifices, encouragement, and unwavering belief in me carried me farther than I ever imagined. To my friends, some of whom flew across the states to be here, thank you for being my home away from home. And I also want to express my gratitude to the university itself and to this great country for giving me opportunities I could only dream about when I first left home. And finally, to the faculty, research mentors, staff, and everyone who believed in us long before we believed in ourselves. Thank you for helping us become the scientists, thinkers, and people we are today. And as I reflect on everything that brought me here, my mind goes back to that first moment in this room. If I could go back to that clueless freshman sitting in this room, I would tell him, you have no idea where this is going, and that's the most exciting part. So to all my fellow graduates, we don't know exactly where our paths will lead, but we do know this. We are prepared, we are capable, and we are responsible for shaping what comes next. We made it, and this is only the beginning. Let's go make the world a better place than we found it. Congratulations. Thank you.
Was anybody out there, did anybody have a few tears? I certainly did. That was such a warm speech for our graduates. So now the students will begin lining up, and as they do, I'll share some information about the winter 2025 graduating class and some notable faculty research achievements. Graduates, did you know that 57% of you are women? 33% of you are from underrepresented minorities. And 27% of you are the first in your family to graduate from college. Did you also know that in the last several years, your professors have made many exciting discoveries? I'll mention just a few of these. From Distinguished Professor of Physics Elliott Chu, a key member of the Atlas collaboration that was awarded this year's Breakthrough Prize for transformational discoveries in particle physics, including the discovery of Higgs boson and studies of antimatter, to Professor Cao Thirumale, whose pioneering studies of ancient rainfall and ocean temperature patterns showed that climate change will lead to extreme monsoon events that could limit food availability for tens of millions of people. To Daniel Apai, professor of astronomy and planetary sciences, who is co-leading NASA's new space telescope, Pandora. Pandora will launch in January and will search for water vapor in planets around other stars. Pandora will be controlled from the U of A campus. To Professor Margaret Evans of the Laboratory of Tree Ring Research, who led an influential study showing that species' response to climate variation does not predict their response to climate change. Her study was recognized by the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences as an outstanding contribution out of 3,200 articles. You may also not know that many of our undergraduate students become skilled in research and have contributed to these very discoveries, along with many others by our faculty. I'll now introduce our name readers before we start, the graduates start crossing the stage. Tom, would you stand up first? Tom is a professor and astronomer in the Department of Astronomy. And Mihai, would you stand? Mihai Surdanu is a professor in the Department of Computer Science with joint appointments in linguistics and cognitive science. Thank you. The graduates will now begin crossing the stage. We'll begin with Buell Januzzi, the department head of Astronomy and Steward Observatory, who will say a few words about his department.
Good afternoon. For more than a century, astronomy students and their faculty have used the methods of science to improve our understanding of the universe and share what we learn with the entire world. Today, I'm proud to be here to celebrate 3 of our graduates earning Bachelor's of Science degree in astronomy. They've completed a very demanding course of study, and through their hard work, have learned how science helps us recognize truth, the way the world is, not always the way we want it to be. Something that's very important for the health and safety and happiness of everyone. So I'm very grateful that they've chosen to become scientists, and I am confident that in their futures they will make the world a better place for all of us. Congratulations to all of our graduates and to all of the friends and family that have supported them so very well. Thank you.
Colin Weber. Hina Suzuki. Matthew Gillis.
Craig Aspinwall will now introduce the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to tell you about chemistry and biochemistry, where our students study the chemical composition of the world around us, and they address many of the grand challenges of our time. Our fundamental and applied research seeks to understand the molecular basis of life, to create new materials for energy generation and storage, to enable a better environment, and just about everything in between. Our students have played a key role in these research endeavors. Through their coursework, laboratory training, and independent research experiences, CBC students have developed the skills in critical thinking, data analysis, teamwork, and communication that's required for them to move on to a diverse range of careers in the sciences and beyond. So on behalf of CBC, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates here today.
Reese Saucedo. Eric Gray. Abdullah Golom. Mark Rodriguez. Calvin Briscoe. Lily Jean North.
Dr. Ellen Ryloff will now introduce the Department of Computer Science.
The faculty and staff of the Computer Science Department are thrilled to celebrate the graduation of our students with all of you. Our department offers degrees in computer science as well as a new degree in artificial intelligence. Computer science is a wide-ranging discipline, and our graduates work in nearly every sector of society. Computer scientists design algorithms and software for video games, computer-generated imagery, CGI, in movies, flight simulators for pilot training, cybersecurity infrastructure, cloud computing services, network communication, mobile banking apps, social media platforms, and the next generation of artificial intelligence technology for things like self-driving vehicles, surgical robots, medical imaging, and voice assistants like Siri. In fact, your smartphone is a pocket-sized illustration of the numerous technical advances made by computer scientists. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Computer Science Department, please join me in congratulating the Fall 2025 class of graduates.
Adam Facey. Raymond Lee. Esteban Piquet. Rene Franco. Matthew Song. Abdullah Ganiev. Ulukbek Muslidinov. Rashambek Temulenkov. Yavokir Chavakhorov. Ramatilokon Yusupov. Dylan Coles. Warda Ali. Atilai Kandan. Isabel Irisaraga. Edward Fattel. Kyle Travis Vega. Valerie Militiva. Harry Aguirre. Dylan Carruthers II. Daniel Rendon. Sydney Farlow. Haobin Yan. Arush Parvataneni. Akshat Kumar Singh. Angelina Altunian. Claire Vu. Nilufer Demirbas. Rena Wang. Kevin Janartanan. Akbarali Sordikov. Ming Wang. Elton Weiner. Taylor John. Mark Giussino. Jack Halferty. Hamlet Taraz. Mohammed Hossein Rezai. Mahdi Rahimi.
I'm trying to, I came up with too many of them are.
Michael Barker will now introduce the Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology.
Thank you. The Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology was the first department of its kind in the world, pioneering a model for biology that is now emulated across the globe. We're home to the undergraduate degrees in biology, bioinformatics, and EEB, as well as our world-renowned graduate program. We try to understand the ground rules that govern how living creatures interact with each other and with their environments, and how these interactions have sculpted our genes and genomes over billions of years. We then translate these evolutionary insights into real-world solutions, from fighting pandemics to predicting how the world responds to climate change. Our students play a central role in this endeavor, and we're proud to have one of the most diverse student populations on campus. There has never been a more exciting time to understand and harness biological knowledge. Biology is noisy and complex, and that makes you, our graduates, especially well-equipped to navigate today's world. However you build on the foundation of your degree, I hope you will continue to think for yourself and use your learning to lift those around you. Thank you and your families for trusting us with your education and for enriching our department during your time here. We're all proud of you, and congratulations.
Sigal Kozolchik. Samuel Bridges. Dima Abusada. Christopher Hicks. Leon Benesh. Megan Henley. Gerald Gile. Theodore Hill. Jacqueline Aguilera. Merat Kalajabadi. Vanushika Vij. Dylan Rogers. Brandon Smith. Grayson Offerman. Winter Stathis. Kylie Pereda. Nate Elmore. Thomas Soto Orozco. Jacqueline Raymond. Sofia Nunez. Xiaorui Zheng.
Dr. Paul Kapp will now introduce the Department of Geosciences.
Good afternoon. So geosciences has been recognized for decades as a top-ranked department. Our success stems from collaborative faculty, researchers, and students who think holistically about how the Earth operates, its architecture, its history, and we are headed in the future. Our research spans the Earth from its core to the clouds and beyond into space. Plate tectonics, natural resources and hazards, surface processes, oceans, climate, life, and planetary geoscience. We conduct field research around the globe, and we manage a large suite of cutting-edge analytical facilities. Our students gain unprecedented cross-training opportunities and become true leaders in industry, government, and academia. Some become deans, Carmi from our department. Some become CEOs of companies. But what makes geosciences really special are the bonds that are built on weeks, if not months, of time in the field and in the windowless but very lively labs in Gold Simpson, where all students become a very integral part of a close family united in a passion about Earth exploration. So to our graduating students, you are rock stars, and we congratulate you.
Brett Bodine. Alma Reasoner. Ainsley Carling. Stephanie Abate. Manal Al-Ahmad. Zainab Al-Khalifa. Malat Ali Al-Youssef. Fatima Al-Akbani. Maya Willis Reddick. Mohammed Al-Khamis. Faris Al-Hawaj, sorry. Khalid Almenai. Jennifer Weiss. Taylor Parker. Tumaini Kamulali.
Peter Troch will now introduce the Department of Hydrology and Atmospheric Sciences.
Good afternoon. The Hydrology and Atmospheric Science Department teaches and studies anything water and weather related. From one day having too much water to the next summer, not enough water. From water that is too dirty to drink, from air that is too polluted to breathe. Our alumni serve community on a daily basis by generating weather reports that allows you to plan your week, to providing safe and clean drinking water to your households. On occasion, we even save lives by predicting the path of a hurricane or calculating the probability of devastating floods that would wipe out entire communities. Our department has recently created a new one-year master's program, and perhaps some of you recent graduates interested in science, technology, engineering, and math from the College of Science may be interested in a career path as a hydrologist. The new one-year Master's of Sciences in Hydrogeology would prepare you to become professional hydrologists and to work for our large hydrological community in the region. As a student, you would take 5 courses each semester, and you would finish your degree with a summer research, individual research project that would prepare you for the job market. Why would you come to our department? Well, according to the Shanghai ranking, our department and the Water Resources Program of the University of Arizona is #1 in the country and #4 in the world. So I hope to see some of you next fall. Thank you.
Brian Thompson. Ander Ortiz. Derek Gronendijk.
Dr. Doug Ulmer will now introduce the Department of Mathematics.
Good afternoon and congratulations to all the graduates in 2025. You've survived and even thrived under extraordinary circumstances, and we're all very proud of each and every one of you. I'm here to represent the Department of Mathematics. In mathematics, it's the M in STEM. It's the art and science of numbers, shapes and functions, measurements, probabilities, and models. It's the fundamental language of science, engineering, and technology. It's what transforms data into predictions, chaos into order, and observations into scientific law. We're happy that all of you graduating today have mastered a lot of mathematics on the path to your degrees. Those of you majoring in mathematics will go on to careers in many fields, ranging from logistics, data science, artificial intelligence, finance and insurance and education, and some of you even to graduate study and research in mathematics itself. Again, we're very proud of you today, both for your academic achievements and for your grit and your resilience. You've accomplished a lot already, and we're looking forward to seeing all the great things you will do in the future. Congratulations to the graduates, to their families, all the best for the future, and we will hope to hear from you many times over the years. Go Cats!
Aidan Carrier. Spencer Kerr. Alexander Walker. Michael Borg. Josie Dew. Hamdan Al-Hamadi. Elizabeth Hebert. Brian Toner.
Dr. Ryan Gutenkunst will now introduce the Department of Molecular and Cellular Biology.
All life on Earth, from the smallest bacterium to every person in this room, uses the same molecular machinery. This fundamental unity of life is at the heart of molecular and cellular biology. Parents, this is why your student can be so fascinated by a mutant fruit fly with a weird-shaped eye. It's not because they love that fly so much. It's because they can study that fly to learn about how life began or how we can block proteins' interactions to cure cancer. Our students and faculty thus seek to understand life from its earliest beginnings to the patient's bedside. But in MCB, we are not just on the cutting edge of biology research. We are also dedicated educators, researching how students learn and how faculty and universities can facilitate that learning. Then we bring those lessons into our classrooms, using evidence-based best practices to achieve some of the highest graduation and retention rates in the College of Science. Graduates, you will serve your communities in healthcare, in research, in education, and beyond. You exemplify the power of education and science to make America great. As you journey further in life, support the institutions that made your education possible, mentor the next generation, and help the public understand the vital importance of scientific inquiry. The world is waiting for your contributions, and we couldn't be prouder to call you graduates of MCB.
Samuel Bai. Jasmine Meredith. Desiree Nguyen. Broderick Oxley. Talia Owen. Sydney Marie Robbins. Christina Padilla.
Dr. Konrad Zinsmeyer will now introduce the Department of Neuroscience.
Hello, 2025 graduates. The Neuroscience and Cognitive Science program is multidisciplinary. Neuroscience studies the brain. Cognitive science studies the human mind. The human brain is a 3-pound mass that looks like a cauliflower, feels like tofu, and does not look appealing, trust me. What is the big deal to study it, you may wonder? The challenge is to understand how the 80 billion nerve cells and up to 1,000 trillion connections of the human brain process all of the information that make you run, talk, think, cry, and laugh, and ultimately make you, you. Solving this complex problem remains one of the greatest challenges of the 21st century. It will help us to improve not only how we treat the devastating effects of neurological, neurodegenerative, and neuropsychiatric diseases, but also solve many societal topics that are beyond medicine, like education, consumerism, and the justice systems. Dear graduates, we are very, very proud of your extraordinary achievements, your hard work, your dedication, and the talent you brought to our program. Congratulations. Now go on and make the world a better place.
Gamelia Isaiah Luna. Troy Baker. Stephanie Amaya. Iran Annette Munoz. Anelia Bonella. Jaden Otten. Fatima Sadeghi. Ava Pal. Archer Bowery.
So Shufang Su will now introduce the Department of Physics.
So after several graduation ceremony, I run out of stuff to say. So I figure I should just do as my students always do, ask ChatGPT. And I did. I only have 2 prompts. Include some physics concepts and be funny. So here you go. Okay, our graduates, congratulations. You reached a relatively stable state. After years of unstable system, chaotic lab partners, problem sets that obviously violate the conservation of sleep, and exams with solution usually either 0 or infinity or anything in between. So along the way, you probably learned friction not only exists in physics system, it also exists in group projects. And uncertainty is not only a quantum mechanics principle, it's a lifestyle. And most importantly, you learned energy is always conserved. It cannot be destroyed, but it can be converted. First into stress, sleepless nights, then into knowledge, and eventually into your degree. Congratulations, all graduates. May the force be with you.
Itsu Huang. Saif Al-Washid. Bo-Wei Zhou.
Dr. Lynn Carter will now introduce the Department of Planetary Sciences and the Lunar and Planetary Laboratory.
University of Arizona's Department of Planetary Sciences was the first in the world dedicated entirely to exploring planets and other worlds of our solar system. Today, our faculty and students are unlocking the secrets of planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and even planets around other stars. To accomplish this, we draw from the full spectrum of natural sciences: chemistry, physics, geology, hydrology, atmospheric science, astronomy, and even more. But as all of our students understand, whether we are analyzing the habitability of alien worlds, or imaging the surfaces of the moon, Mars, and asteroids, or even returning samples from the asteroid Bennu, our work ultimately helps us see Earth and ourselves in a whole new light. Please join me in celebrating one of our 2025 PhD graduates.
Samuel Myers.
Dr. Heidi Hammond will now introduce the Department of Psychology.
Psychology is the study of the mind, from the basic mechanisms of the brain to the social and cultural influences that shape our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors. Our faculty and students work together to find solutions for problems that affect all of our lives, from mental health issues like depression and anxiety to brain disorders such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, to improving quality of life for individuals with cancer and other chronic illnesses. Our graduates come away with knowledge and skills that will serve them well in the future, whatever their chosen profession: psychological research, mental health practice, medicine, education, law, business, and many others. I'm pleased that our majors in psychology and psychological sciences are so well represented here today, with support from all of your loved ones here. On behalf of the Department of Psychology, we're very proud of you, and we look forward to our continued connections. Congratulations to the newest group of graduates in psychology, as well as those across the College of Science.
Stephanie Schoon.
We'll hold off just a second, and apologies that I didn't alert you to this, Mihai. In addition to our main and online campus, Psychology has the incredible honor of celebrating a milestone in our partnership with the Universidad Peruana de Ciencias Aplicadas, UPC. This December marks the graduation of our very first cohort of U of A UPC psychology students. 7 of the 10 graduates and their proud families have traveled all the way from Peru to be here with us in Tucson. And isn't that wonderful? Yeah. And 2 students have been studying on our main campus this semester. We are thrilled to have them all here today representing this groundbreaking program. We are also especially excited to welcome the UPC Director of Psychology, Dr. Natalia Torres Villar, known as Dr. Torres. She has traveled from Peru to join us for this celebration. Dr. Torres will join us on the stage to shake hands with our UA UPC and U of A psychology students. A note, the UPC graduates have a UPC logo on their slides, so you'll see them on their slides. Please give a warm Wildcat welcome to Dr. Torres and our pioneering UA UPC psychology graduates as these students walk across the stage.
Stephanie Scona. Kylie Eccles. Arizabel Torres. Flavia Chumacero. Maria Alejandra Mendoza Vascones. Angel Diaz. Teresa Moon. Ashley Noble. Ruth Clark. Jasmine Melina Chu Noel. Diane Sanchez Olivares. Valeria Candelas Fimbres. Daniela Rodriguez Ruiz. Yarlene Contreras Luna. Ayana Tomatis. Mariana Bloxton. Elena Cabanillas. Mayreen Figueroa. Erika Rivera. Tatum Grisham. Ewa Les. Savannah Unrow. Jabal Lean. William Morales. Xavier White. Silas Orozco. Caitlin J. Brown. Jordan Quinn. Lily Bedwell. Shannon Dossett. Kaylee Baker. Jonathan Lane. Edgar Sepulveda.
Linda Sokek.
Arlette Beatriz Moran Toledo. Dulce Adaraceni Oleta Alvarado. Hayden Reinthaler. Samantha Amaya. Ridalind Jardinero. Sienna Perry. Mackenzie Goley. Lila Van Hook. Nicolas Segara Nunez. Gianni Gastelum Pesquera. Andy Bartik. James McGee. Haley Zamora. Gabrielle Mason. Donacia Akins. Alexandra Guevara. Gracia Panduro. Tyler Lowe. Bianca Morales. Jennifer Cano. Alize Drury. Sofia Jesuale. Camila Poot. Brooke Walker. Chloe Vinieri. Owen Barrowcliffe. Aiden Gonzalez. Xavier Sanford. Alexandra Calderon. Malia Hendez. Grace Mazurik. Elizabeth Bowley. Kaylin Hammer. Lisa Pintier. Itzel Valencia Campa. Katia Nicole Asenio Rodriguez. Fable Taylor. Marla Olivares Gutierrez. Sia Tripathi. Shante Wentili. Noor Jehan Jones. Olivia Rouse. Elena Jakobsma. Logan Alip. Brevin Fish. Genevieve Rocha. Dylan Folkert. Braille Dos Santos. Alfonso Corral. Kaylin Sexton. Madeline Deal. Ashlyn Luzier. Ella Simansky. Lainey Miller. Liliana Lesbron. Renee Wilson.
Dr. Mary Alt will now introduce the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences.
Okay, y uno más. Thank you for waiting. The Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences, we are lucky and privileged to study the most human process, which is communication. We study how people create words and signs and text, and how the ear understands and processes that. We study how people have thoughts that move to language that other people somehow understand. We look at which languages and dialects people use in which sociocultural contexts. We understand when this process works, and we look into what's happening in the system when there are disruptions to communication. We do all of this in an effort, whatever system someone is working with, to help people best express themselves, and perhaps more importantly, to try to understand other people. Congratulations, graduates. We salute you.
Piper Johnston. Miriam Martinez.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Dean Garzione will now deliver closing remarks.
Well, graduates, as newly minted scientists, this is a critical time to pursue science and to share the value of science with society. We encourage you to continue to feed your curiosity, continue to explore and discover. Take time to listen and learn from new people and new experiences, and also share your experiences and understanding with others. Please be deliberate in engaging with people who have very different perspectives from your own. Please try to understand them, and please share your opinion and perspective as scientists. We need this more than ever today. We look forward to seeing where your journey takes you, and so please stay connected with us in the College of Science and the University of Arizona. It's at this time that I'd like to invite our graduates to move their tassel from this side to the other. Graduates, we are so incredibly proud of you, and we are so grateful that you shared your journey with us. Congratulations. And at this moment, a bit of logistics. I'd just like to ask everyone to please stay seated until the platform party and the graduates have left the building, and then we'll all invite you outside to share a moment with us. Thank you very much. Congratulations again.